Diego, man, go ahead and tell the people a little bit about yourself, what you do.
So I do real estate full time. I help sellers, I help buyers, I help renters achieve the goal of attaining home ownership or housing.
Yeah.
At this moment, things are a little rough out there.
Yeah.
But there are programs out there.
Yeah.
There are different types of loans.
Yeah.
There are down payment assistance programs.
Yeah.
And there's ways for people to be able to attain that dream.
Yeah, for sure. And I know you said you kind of mentored even some of the people we know into like getting into real estate.
Right.
And like knowing how to like maneuver that world.
Yeah.
So like if you had to give advice to any young entrepreneurs out there that's looking to like get into real estate, what's the first couple of steps you'd tell them?
First thing, you just got to be committed, and you got to give it time.
Yeah.
Because nothing comes easy.
Yeah.
Nothing comes easy in anything. In basketball, it doesn't come easy in life.
Yeah.
It doesn't come easy in work, families, relationships, whatever it is, doesn't come easy.
Yeah.
It takes work, it takes effort, it takes patience.
Yeah. So what's the first couple steps like?
You have to go get yourself first the license, and you got to get the class.
Yeah.
The classes are available. The last I checked, the classes are about $500, $600.
Yeah.
You go in, you do it for about 3 months, the course. You read the book, you do the online classes, or you can go in person. I recommend the person because you attain more knowledge that way because you hear somebody that's in the industry talking about it.
Yeah.
So it motivates you, and it also gives you more direction as to where to go.
Yeah.
A lot of times we try to do things all over the internet and see if it's easier. It might be easier, but you may not grasp the concept as easy as going to the class.
Yeah, yeah. So like, let's say like somebody took the class or, and they still, you know how it is when you're in a new market, you don't know how to market yourself. You don't know how to like rub hands with the right people. Like what kind of traits in a mentor should they look for?
Well, you got to surround yourself with the right people. You got to surround yourself with the people that are going to lift you up. You're going to surround yourself with the people that are going to give you the right advice.
Yeah.
And you got to listen.
Yeah.
And you have to understand what they're saying. You got to, if you don't understand, ask them to explain it to you, and they will go over everything. Everything it requires experience. So when you first start out, you have the right people around you. That's good.
Yeah.
Because they can tell you what to look out for and what not to do.
Yeah.
Versus, everyone knows what to do, but you got to actually go out and do it.
Yeah.
So you got to have the right broker. First of all, the brokerage is important. You got to make sure you have a person a lender.
Breakdown broker for the people.
Somebody that can actually lend you the money to buy the house.
Yeah.
The company that can lend you the money to buy the house.
So you had to start your own journey to getting out there to network. So like when you got out there, it's like, how did you, because that sounds like a lot.
It is.
A normal person could get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
How did you like navigate that ship so you didn't get too
You got to stay focused. You got to stay positive. Anybody that's around you that's spewing toxic negativity and saying you can't do it. Yeah. You already know you when someone says you can't, that makes me say I can. Yeah. I can, because who are you to tell me I can't? Yeah. Let me do it. Let me find out for myself. Yeah. So I like a quick story. Before I did real estate, I had two people, a friend and a family member says, "Oh, it's too hard. Yeah. It's really difficult. You gotta, people are gonna waste your time." But you got to know who's going to waste your time and who's not going to waste your time. Yeah, that's another thing that I'll get into if you want to discuss that. Yeah. But if people, the real estate is about being ready, willing, and able. Yeah. Are you ready? Are you willing? And are you able to go out and pursue home ownership or housing? Yeah. Yeah.
So I would think something like that comes with a lot of sacrificing with your time. Cutting people off.
Yeah. You have to, because ultimately, if you have somebody that you're going out looking at houses with, and they back up and say, "Oh, I wasn't ready," but you told me you were ready in the beginning. Now, the way the real estate market's changing a little bit is now there's going to be forms out there that people have to sign.
Yeah.
So in other words, I'm not going to show you anything until you sign a paper with me.
Yeah, a little retainer.
A little retainer, exactly. So, okay, we're going to be driving around in 105-degree weather, and we're going to find something. Are you with me? Or are we? And then you're with me because you're signing a piece of paper, and you're saying you're actually committed. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, so it's not easy for them to just back out and be like, nah, it's not something I'm into.
Right. Yeah. You got to know, your financial state has to be somewhat, you have to have it developed. Yeah. So that you can say, okay, I can put a down payment down. I can put first class security down, whatever it is I need to do. You got to know, you got to ask a lot of questions. Yeah. You got to pry a little bit. And if someone doesn't want to give you a lot of information, then that's sort of a sign.
Yeah. Listen, man, like, I know as a person who I've only rented, I've never actually gone out to buy a house, right? And I know that there may be similar people in similar positions as me, so it's like, what advice would you give people who are looking to make their first homeowner's purchase?
Right now, there is programs. There is programs which is FHA loans with 3.5% down, right? So you want to take that into consideration, right? So if you have a $300,000 property, you only need about 10G, but 10G for putting it down on the property, but you also need the closing costs. But they have programs that can help you get those closing costs also wrapped up into the loan. Yeah. It just makes your payment higher, and you have to pay mortgage insurance. But it's still attainable if you have solid employment, or if you have any sort of other resources that can help you get there. It's more attainable than the typical concept is 20% down. That's a lot of money for most people, right? Yeah. So, to get a house it makes things a lot more complicated. Like we were saying with 80G, 100G to put something into the house. It makes things a lot more difficult. Yeah. So there's programs out there for people that are working hard, that keep their credit up, and are responsible, so that they can purchase a home.
Okay.
We as young men, we always want instant gratification. So we look at real estate and we say, oh, I'm going to get a license. And we think as soon as we get the license, the next day we're going to sell a house. So how long did it take you to sell your first house?
I started, 2015, I got my license. And shortly after that, my first opportunity was family. Because you got to keep those people close, like good friends and family. You work with those people, the friends and family, and then they become referrals. They'll refer you to someone else that they know. Could be their friend, their coworker, their teacher, whomever, right? Yeah. Another person's significant other. Yeah. So you build a trust, you build a relationship. But most importantly is once you know that you've worked with that person, you'll build off of that. Now, I had side hustles too. Yeah. So I did it full time, but I also had to go out there and hustle. I had to work construction during some of that time. I had to take calls in the middle of doing stuff. I'm over there banging away, trying to get some drywall in somewhere, bump up, phones ringing. And then person I was working with.
A lot of groundwork too.
Yeah. Because you gotta be able to sort of sustain in the beginning. Yeah. You're not just gonna have people buying houses off you the first year you get your real estate license. Yeah. They don't know you, they don't trust you, they may not even believe in you. Yeah. But when you have a good experience, you have people write testimonials, give some feedback, either on social media or through whatever website, whatever platform you're using, so that you can build off of that. Yeah. And slowly but gradually, it can happen. Okay. You just gotta stay focused, dead center focused, and just stay positive. Because the moment you say forget it, you quit, you've lost most of it right there. Because you lost that confidence. Yeah. Right. It's like being out there on the court. If you go in there and say, man, I suck, man. I can't ball with anybody. Yeah. They're too good. Yeah. You're gonna ball exactly the way that you feel because it's in your head. You've already undermined everything that you've tried to create the confidence. Exactly. And so you have to stay positive, reaching out to people that can keep you positive, keeping those people around you that will keep you energized and motivated. And the minute someone says, "Oh man," then you know what? I got no time for you.
Yeah.
I mean, let me just get with people that are going to support me, motivate me, and believe in me, so that I can say, I'm going to do this, man. I'm going to do it no matter what I got to do, but I'm going to do it.
Yeah. For sure.
So y'all see, man, stay positive, stay motivated.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. There's nothing
I
else.
knew that was coming.
Nothing else, man. Because it's quick to get discouraged.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will disillusion you.
Yeah.
But it's just keeping those people that are positive, the good vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keeping that around.
Yep.
You. Yeah, man. Diego, man, I appreciate you coming through, man.
Thank you for having me.
This is a very powerful podcast.